So here we are with episode 21 of the Apothecary Diaries. Last episode, we've had quite the amount of setups, whether it was with Suide, or with Lulan, or with Gokuyo, and especially with one of the three princesses being bought out, which I assume, according to this title, maybe, that's what we're going to follow on, so we'll just have to see who has been bought out or who is going to get bought out, whether it's Mei, Pairin, or Joka, which I still think is probably not Joka, but like if it is, I would, you know what, I'd say good for you, Joka, especially if hopefully it's a good person who's buying you out. But we'll just have to see what's going to happen. If you guys like the video, like the video. If you dislike it, dislike it. I do have my full length up on Patreon and early access on the YouTube memberships. Other than that, let us get started. Oh, man's not even thinking right now. Exactly. She's back with the quack doctor. Why is it that you've got a quack doctor in the rear palace where, you know, where the heir of the empire is going to be the emperor? This guy must be from a rich family. And yet he's got it? Oh. Wheatsau Village. Palace purveyor. An acquaintance discount. Limitless profit. But previous emperor. So the empress thing started going downhill. Of course, because you guys are the one who were the leaders. Oh. Wow. Oh. But also interesting that, like, they put him in where the medical places. Can't stop thinking about Pairin. What if Pairin's getting bought out? What is it, Lihaku? She thought it was what a dumb dog. I gotta buy Pairin out. Is the rumor true, though? Give it to me straight. How much she could make at the brothel? My god. Then doubled? With a little extra? Dude, you are never gonna be able to buy Pairin. There are two candidates. Man's over like, I gotta fight two? Wow, it was in trouble. He's a good partner for bedtime activities. She's just got way too much stamina. Invincible warlord. Was she coming for the little girl? Alright, Pairin. Until my dad took me in. Maybe it's just... Alright. She... This darn woman just being lustful and not having kids instead, you know? And is still in love with her. He can keep up with her. That'll be like 10 years, bro, if you don't pay anything. Strip. Am I less... Man knows. Gotta see them legs! Damn, man, just out here. They're listening in. Uh-oh. 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 I was just thinking about Jinshi. Of course he's gonna come in. His dick. Show me your dick! Greetings! Cause I asked him to. I was just taking a good look. Yeah! For Pairin's sake. Jinshi's dying. He had to sit down. Oh. Look at my body. Come on now. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. That's totally. God, when these two are together, they are two brain cells rubbing against one another. Huh! Gosh, he's got a little sweat on him. The only thing you can do is keep this well-toned body for Pairin. What if suddenly you had 10,000 silver, huh? Wait, he's gonna steal your... No matter, must be a joke to him. Yeah. I'm gonna fucking swing a punch at him if he... Yeah! If I offered you the money to buy out your girl. You're gonna have to work for him. Well, you're gonna owe Jinshi the money. Getting a loan out here, dude. Is Jinshi a good guy and giving you 0% interest? You son of a bitch! Oh shit, look at Lihaku. Fucking a man of honor. I'm still in the game. That's Pairin? I'm still waiting for my prince. Alright. He won't need 10,000. Ah, okay. So nobody's getting bought out just yet. Or is Lakan? Oh, it was Lakan who was coming. Dead roses. Only thorns left. Blue roses. And then a tint of blue on him. Okay, well, that was all just a big old rumor. Right, that one of the three princesses is being bought out, but nobody's getting bought out, actually. Okay, and instead it's just showcasing a nice little lovely story between Lihaku and Pairin. But mainly focused on Lihaku. Man's over here, comes to the comes to the Verdigris house to get one of the three princesses for Pairin, right? I guess immediately just fell in love with her. Perhaps it's like love, could be mostly lust in the beginning, right? And then eventually as he starts developing more feelings towards her. Well, very nice. I feel like I've completely forgotten what happened in the beginning of this episode. And now I'm thinking about is, oh, I was really thinking about writing in my notes, Pairin breastfeed and Maomao. Like that's gotta be fucking important. It's the details, I tell you. Ah, it's a mushroom. Okay, all right. Well, I'm gonna go write my notes, and we will be right back to this letter. When a certain someone came, I suppose that's what Pairin is talking about for for Lakan, a certain someone, and that's why Maomao knows immediately that it's Lakan. Okay, and then man stares at dead blue roses. He says blue roses, and then he's just Alright, and then we've got like this dark blue hue. Okay, when the quack doctor said that the previous emperor's mother, I was thinking about the Empress Dowager, but no, the Empress Dowager is the mother of the current emperor, so we don't know who is the previous emperor's mother is. Right? If I'm getting the family tree correct, the Empress Dowager is the mother of, and she's like the I was gonna say the wife of the emperor, but the emperor has like multiple people. I don't know if he has maybe he has no, he has concubines. Anyways, but the Empress Dowager is the mother of the emperor. What? All right. I know what I'm thinking, so I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop trying to say it out loud before I get confused. Alright, so that was episode 21 of the Apothecary Diaries. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. You know that I always like talking to you guys. For me, I thought that this was a pretty nice episode. Well, you know, the whole thing of the three princesses being bought out, just a whole ruse, just to get us to see a little bit more about Lihaku and, you know, being a little bit more focused on him and his relationship, I suppose, with Pairin. We don't get to see the interaction. We get to see that, you know, he's thinking about her and whatnot, and he's trying to win her heart or something, and also, you know, try to buy her out and whatnot. And for someone like Pairin, you know, where somebody could just come in and offer her or the house or to the granny an enormous amount of money, and if granny is just like, yeah, fucking take her, you know? Perhaps Pairin could just be led to somebody who's not going to be good for her. But at the same time, I still am not super sure if like the three princesses, they have like their own choice. Particularly, you know, that like, hey, this person is giving me a lot of money. I know that Granny has the choice, right? And she's been rejecting Lakan's offer for like the past 10 years in order to buy Maomao. So I would presume maybe she would also give that choice as well to the princesses, you know, if they want to be bought out, and especially if the money is good enough. Right, I think if the money is good enough, Granny would be like, all right. But I think that maybe she might have a little bit more care. I mean, considering we know that she does care for Maomao, that she's been rejecting Lakan's offer for 10 years now, she might have that same feeling for the three princesses as well. I mean, they're the people who brought this house that was operated in shame before into the big house, right? One of the three princesses. They're the biggest thing in the frickin' pleasure district. So if I ruse myself into that idea, I do feel just a slight bit better, you know, that perhaps Pairin does also have a choice in choosing the person who wants to buy her out, instead of, you know, this person has the highest money and then that's it, right? That there's like no choice for Pairin at all. But, you know, I think Pairin's she's living a pretty chill life right now, I think. Right, she gets paid handsomely, I would presume. She's one of the biggest makers out there, and, you know, she has a lot of lust, so like this job that she's in is like fucking great for her, because she gets to have a lot of bedtime partners. Although that whole part of her looking like she's about to make her move on the server girl, I don't know about that. You know what? Actually, I'm not even gonna fucking say it. That's no. Stop, Pairin. You know what? I agree with Lihaku. Let's buy her out and take her away from the kids. I like Pairin and all, but I will call the International Time Police on her. But okay, getting into the beginning, which is a screen of just Cat Maomao looking at the mousy quack doctor. I said I forgot what happened in the beginning, and then I looked back and I'm like, oh, it's the quack doctors and stuff. Okay, you know, once we head on over to Lihaku and then like the whole thing with Jinshi, my brain was just completely wiped of the quack doctor. But we did get to learn a little bit more about him, which was nice, and also kind of make it understandable why he is a quack doctor, because I would presume I did not have any training in becoming a pharmacist or a doctor, I would presume, because his family made papers. They made high quality papers and all that. And if he helped out with his family, that would be his specialty. Okay, so his family all did well, right? They were like the purveyors, they were the lead in their village, and they were making these high quality paper. But it all started going downhill because the previous emperor's mother banned the cutting of trees, which then, well, I mean, since they can't cut trees anymore, they can't get the trees that they've been supplied with, which I would presume they banned it because they were cutting too many trees. I was kind of thinking like maybe that's sort of a problem, that where they're like chopping a little bit too much trees, that the previous emperor's mother is just like, all right, dog, y'all need to chill on chopping trees. Too many trees being chopped, not enough being planted. Or maybe she just decided to do it because fuck them, you know? I like these trees, don't cut them. Could be for any sort of reasons, who knows? But they because the cutting of trees are gone, and I suppose they have to like go outside to find other trees or find other materials to make paper, and like the paper that they have aren't as high quality anymore. So yeah, there's that whole spiel, and then like the little oh yeah, and also the quack doctor, the reason why he's here in the first place. I was talking about it when I got into the family, the cutting trees stuff, but the reason why he's here was because the family got on hard times and they needed money, so his older sister went into the rear palace in order to, you know, get some money. And I would presume she kind of like when Maomao in the beginning in her first contract, her pay was supposed to be taken to the kidnappers. So I presume that was what was going to happen with the older sister. And then when that wasn't enough and the little sister was going to be sold to the rear palace, he decides to volunteer for her, right? He volunteers as tribute and all that, and he became a eunuch, which was less desirable, but it pays more because it's less desirable. And so I like that we've got this nice little detail about the quack doctor, and just seeing a little bit more of a, I mean, I've always thought he was a rather human guy, you know, just a dude who is just not good at his job at all, but somehow he is here. I thought that's that's so human. And also the reason why he likes sweets so much is because when his family was rich and good, they would always feed him sweets, which, you know, explains why he's a little plumpy. Moving over to Lihaku, who calls Maomao in for advice because he's afraid that someone will buy out Pairin. Right? He's over here like, man, I've been working, but like I've also been wasting all this time when I could have bought her out, you know, but he doesn't have the money. And so he's just over here overthinking about the fact that like he is wasting time, and that somebody will buy Pairin eventually, and he will lose her. So he wants to buy out her contract, but he doesn't want to use somebody else's money, right? He's a man of honor. If he's going to buy her, he's going to use his own money to do it. And well, I've kind of already talked about like the whole choices thing, whether Pairin has a choice or not. I would like to assume that she has some sort of choices. Hopefully. But also, you know, the story is kind of leading us towards the fact that Pairin maybe does kind of like Lihaku, and from what we see with Lihaku, right, his body type is possibly, it's her preference. She says she likes muscles, so, you know, he's over here training himself to get as big muscles as he can for her. And also, from what Maomao says, right, that he loves Pairin despite her work, and I would presume that's why Maomao was telling him about all that story about her, like, being lustful and, like, she'll pounce on anybody if she gets in the mood, and that she has, like, unlimited stamina in bed. Maybe that's just her way of testing him. Kind of like Jinshi and him testing Lihaku as well. They're really just out here trying to fucking see if, you know, his love is actually genuine and worthy or not. They're just fucking guardians out here, dude. The gatekeepers. We also got to see tiny Maomao out here, and The fact that before her dad came to take her in, her stepdad anyways, the old lady and the three princesses were the people who took care of her, and also Pairin, because she was able to lactate despite not giving birth. She breastfeeded Maomao, and that that memory makes Maomao thinks, man, what a waste for Pairin, huh? Anyways, with Pairin here breastfeeding Maomao, Maomao thinks that Pairin was almost like a mother to her. And she says, I don't know what her thoughts on the matter are, but thinking back on those days, I think it's a bit of a waste. A bit of a waste raising a kid? You know what? I just realized Pairin's the one with the... Okay. Alright, I've got like... not crackpot theories, but I've just got theories from just thinking about like the fucking spoiler of an opening, but I won't talk about it until they fucking showcases it. And with the way that they were doing towards the end with the blue roses, so like the blue roses are gonna come into play, which I will finally be able to understand what these blue roses are that keeps showing up in the opening. So that'll be fun. Anyways, okay, so I see back this, I think it's a bit of a waste. A bit of a waste raising Maomao. Because initially when I heard this, I'm just like, are you saying it's a bit of a waste that, like, she's not a mother? Like, not a real mother? Whatever. Eventually, this leads to Maomao telling Lihaku that he needs at least 10,000 silver, and he only makes 1,000 silver a year, which gonna take this man 10 years for that, and like whether somebody else is gonna buy Pairin out as well, but also like 10 years a long time in terms of women working in that industry and whatnot, right? Anyways, I mean, consider that Mei, they talked about how Mei was close to retire in an age where she should be retiring, somewhere around there. Anyways, here in this scene, I just find it so fun that Maomao is just real like, alright, Lihaku, take off your clothes. He's just like, okay, you know? Which, also, I enjoy, because he, you know, he doesn't find her, he doesn't find this to be anything sexual, right? He's just like, okay, you know, she's gonna help me out to see whether I'm fit for her sister or not, which also... But, one of the three princesses, right? If I'm fit for Pairin, I mean... So he just like, alright, like the way she's just like, alright, take off your pants now, strip. He's just like, alright. And I love that, like, he gets down in his underwear, right, just doing whatever she tells him to, flexing and all that. And the fact that Mao's like, alright, I need one final thing to look at, your dick, take it out. And he was just ready, then he's just like, alright. I need to see if she thinks I'm worthy for Pairin. And of course, after all this, right, fucking Jinshi is the motherfucker who comes in to see this scenario. Oh, so funny, dude. I don't know why. His thighs look a lot bigger than I expected it to be, but you know what? At least we know that he is, in fact, working on leg days, you know? We see how thick those thighs are. Goddamn. Man can crush watermelons. Maybe not a you know what? Maybe he can. Maybe he can crush a watermelon with his thighs. Nothing improper was going on, Maomao says, as she told this man to strip. Here in this situation, Jinshi is upset and, you know, a little jealous of Lihaku. I mean, the last time he went through all his work in order to see if he could hang out with Maomao, well, she had already gone off with another guy, Lihaku. It's the same guy, so it's just like, what the fuck, dog? Who is this man? So, he's jealous of that, and Maomao just doesn't understand why, in particular, why he's jealous. I think she figured that he's a little jealous, or hold on. Can you tell from looking at my body too? And so she's like, wait, is he jealous of Master Lihaku? Wow, I can't believe this guy. He just wants to brag that he's prettier. Okay, yeah, so she catches on to the fact that he's jealous But she doesn't understand that he's jealous because the guy stripped in front of Maomao. No, she's too busy thinking about the fact that, oh, he just wants to brag, this fucking guy. I know him inside and out. After Jinshi finds out the true reason on why they did the whole stripping thing, right? That Lihaku wants to buy out Pairin, he offers her 20,000 silver, which is way over the 10,000 limit that he wanted, and also from what Lihaku says, right? I would actually, if I really wanted to, I would at least only want like a quarter of that, you know? That would help me a little bit more, but 20k, like, he's gonna spend 10k, and then what is he gonna do with the other 10k, right? Is that bribe money or something? And so Jinshi tells him that he knows that Lakan discovered Lihaku and assigned him to lead a squad. And Lihaku in his head was just like, well, the official story was that the prior squad leader retired and that he was just assigned to it, right? Just somebody just needed to fill the position and he was there. But Jinshi here showcases that, no, I do know the real reason why you are a squad leader. Which also kind of makes me wonder, other than this is being Jinshi's test for Lihaku, right? Lihaku's just being tested this fucking episode. Other than that being a test, I initially thought that maybe he was trying to buy out Lihaku in terms of, like, maybe he has just a small little connection with Lakan. Who knows? Who knows? Or whether, you know, if Lakan discovered Lihaku and assigned him to a squad, like, does that mean that Lihaku would kind of talk to Lakan? Not like all the time, but at least like a little bit. I do wonder. And also he's Lihaku is also the guy who's kind of leading the investigation sometimes. And so I wonder if Lakan, you know, tells him some stuff, or if he tells Lakan some stuff. Who knows? Who knows? But in the end, Lihaku does not want somebody else's money in order to buy him his girl. God, that's yeah, he wants to buy Pairin out with his own money. And if you know, the only thing that he needs to do in this case is to continue training and get better, hopefully get a promotion or get a raise, and just earn more money by the end of the year in order to get enough for Pairin. And then we've got a bit of a monologue and some, like, montage and stuff where he talks about how, like, he's going to write to her. Hold on, I have to see if he says anything else. He says, oh, right. So he says, I'll write to her even if I don't know when I can see next. Where I can see next? When I can see next? What was that sentence? I'll write to her even if I don't know when I can see next. Okay. Your brain will just fix that sentence for you. So he's working hard. I can't force my will on her. I should hear what she thinks. He spends time working, and then he also, like, comes in for Pairin as well. I don't care if her response is purely diplomatic. Believing her words will get me through my days. Jesus Christ. And then we've got Maomao, who's also writing to Pairin. Right? I assume she's writing, like, hey, so I hear somebody's getting sold out or something. Who's getting sold out? Maybe that's what she's asking. And also she's, you know, poking at for more information for, is this the same girl? I feel like I've been seeing the same girl for a while. It's specifically in the Vedigris house. So I would presume when Pairin is reading, she's reading Maomao's letter, right? She's reading Maomao's letter and then she's looking down at Lihaku. Okay, Lihaku continues, I just have to pursue her in a way I believe in. Or in the way that the system allows you to, but you know. Maomao gets a response back from Pairin, and she says that she's still in the game, but she's waiting for her prince to come. And from what we saw of her staring at Lihaku, perhaps that prince is Lihaku. And we did see that Lihaku has enough stamina for Pairin. So, you know, good for them and all that. So Maomao says if Pairin likes him, he won't need 10,000 silver. The rest is up to luck. So does that mean that Pairin can choose her price to be sold out then? If that's the case, then, you know, that's fine. That's alright. You know, gotta make do in the system that you're put in and whatnot. But Pairin did mention that a certain someone came and talked about buying people out. Talked about buying people out. Just like, anybody? Anybody in particular? I don't know. But when he said a certain someone came, Maomao knows immediately that it's Lakan. And in this, I don't know who this guy is, I don't know if we've seen him before, but he's going out to see Lakan, who's staring at dead blue roses, and him saying blue roses with like the seeping blue that's just dyeing the right side of the screen. So we're gonna go right back to Lakan. Maybe you're gonna get to see what these blue roses are, and just continue to figure out about Lakan and stuff. And we've still got like Suide, and we've got Gokuyo's and stuff as well. And just from that one scene from the preview, I would presume we're going to see Gokuyo. So there's that. Very fun. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. I honestly thought I was going to have that many things to say, but well, I'll have to see how it goes in editing. If I have anything else to say, I will write it in the description down below. Thank you guys for sticking around, and I will see you guys in the next episode.